Hi guys, I'm going to show you what I'm planting today. And today it's going to be my tomatillos and Cape gooseberry. These are related plants. They're kind of like cousins. Similar to a tomato, but I mean the plant is, but the fruit is quite different. What I have here are some tomatillos. I bought these in Florida maybe 3 weeks ago. So I got a whole basket for like $1. It's a pretty good price. So I'm going to show you guys what these look like. See, it's got this weird husk on the outside. And to people who haven't seen them before, they think they're kind of strange looking, understandably. But what's nice about the husk is you peel it off and you end up with kind of a unblemished tomato underneath, like that. Looks nice. It's a little bit sticky sometimes, but when you cut them open, you know, it looks kind of neat. You know, people ask me, oh, what does the tomatillo taste like? You know what it tastes like? It tastes like a tomatillo. It doesn't really taste like a tomato. Maybe a little bit similar, but not really. Let me just... It's good. Now, what I found too is one tomatillo won't taste like the next one. Some of them, when they're less ripe, are a little bit tart, but then you can try one right beside it and it's a little more sweet. This one's more of a sweet one. Maybe because it's more ripe, I don't know, but I really enjoy them, and I'm going to try growing them for the first time. I know these grow into very large plants, and what I've been reading is quite a lot of people that grow them, they start running out of time at the end of the year, where, you know, these husks they're on the plant, but the fruit inside is not quite filled the husk. It's, you know, tiny. So I'm going to try and get a jump on that. So I'm planting them right now. It's like January 20 something anyway. Haven't been paying attention. Yeah, so I'm going to get a jump on that. I planted my peppers 3 weeks ago, doing fantastic. So it's probably a good time for these. And then my next round will probably be tomatoes in probably a month or a little bit later. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, the Cape gooseberry, I've had another video on that before. It's a sort of a similar type plant with a husk and a little berry inside. It tastes more like pineapple, I guess you could say. Depends, you know, everybody has a different perception of how things taste. So I'm going to plant a few each of these. Another big tip with the tomatillos, you want to try and get at least 2 going together, because they really do a lot better with cross-pollination. You know, you get conflicting information. Some people, they say you must have 2. Some people have had success growing 1, but from what I've seen, you have a lot more success if you grow 2 or more in your yard. They don't have to be beside each other, but I think if they're in the, you know, same vicinity, that helps. So I'm going to probably plant about 5 or 6 seeds. Well, I'm going to start the seeds anyway, and then I'll see how many I get from that. If I get like 4 going, I'll probably give 2 away. You know, I like to start more seeds than I need, and you know, there's always people willing to take your excess in the spring, I find, for the most part. Even though half the time they end up killing them, but it's not my responsibility. Okay, so, whoops, I only planted 5 here. I want to make sure I have 6. What I try to do is I try to allow for about 75% germination, and then I add a couple extra, just, you know, just in case, and I find that works out pretty well. Another thing with your planting, you know, stuff like this, people rarely in the fall are they saying, oh, I planted these too early. Not too common. More often you're hearing people say, wow, you know, I wish I planted these a month earlier, and you know, because my frost is coming and my crops aren't ready yet. So, you know, it makes sense just to plant things as early as you can, if you have the space, and you know, if you have you know, a little grow light set up like I do. You know, it's a great way to go. And then these Cape Cape gooseberry seeds, I gathered these from fruit that I had bought a few months ago. I really enjoyed the fruit. It's almost overpowering though. It's one of those things that they taste great, but I can't imagine eating like 50 of them in one day. You really get, it's a kind of overpowering taste. You almost get like sick of them, but it is really nice, and I like to share. So yeah, I'm going to plant some. They seem to be really beautiful plants, but they do take a lot of space. I need to make a decision about whether I'm going to plant them in a container or in the garden. They do seem to do better in a garden, but I just don't know if I want to sacrifice the space for that. You know, there's pluses and minuses to growing in a container versus a garden. Big problem with the container, if you're not there to water it quite often, especially with these type of plants, you can have serious problems and end up, you know, losing your plant. So I need to make a decision at some point and decide whether I'm going to put them in containers. You know, it would be nice to have them in containers, but I'm just not sure if I want to commit to watering them every few days. You know, most of the things I grow in containers, like citrus trees, you know, you can basically ignore them for a week, week and a half, and they don't look any the worse for wear. So it's a big difference. Same goes with growing tomatoes in containers, or the worst is those topsy-turvies, which I still grow in sometimes, but you really need to water them almost every day. So it's a big commitment. So that's it for now. I'm just going to put some water in these, and hopefully I'll have some tomatillo and Cape gooseberry seedlings going very soon. Anyways, thanks for watching.